Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. As we age, especially after 60, one of the biggest challenges our bodies face is losing muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. This happens not because we stop moving, but because our bodies become less efficient at using protein to build and maintain muscle tissue. Now, most people believe that eggs are the gold standard for protein, and yes, they are great, but today I'm going to share with you a food that has even more protein than eggs, is 100% natural, easy to digest, and can help you prevent muscle loss, boost your strength, and stay active and youthful well into your later years. Let's break down the 3 key points that will help you understand why this food is so powerful and how it can change your body and your health. I want to start by saying this. Our bodies are miracles of nature. Every cell, every muscle fiber, every heartbeat is working day and night to keep us alive and strong. But as we age, one of the biggest changes that happens is something most people don't notice until it's too late. That change is muscle loss. After the age of 60, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass, and if we don't give our bodies the right nutrition, that loss accelerates year after year. The problem is most people think the only way to build or maintain muscle is through meat, dairy, or eggs. They believe animal protein is the only real protein that works, but I'm here to tell you that's not the full truth. Today I want to open your eyes to something powerful, a simple, affordable, plant-based food that's been around for thousands of years, yet most people overlook it completely. This food is lentils. Now you might be thinking, Dr. Mandell, how can lentils possibly compete with eggs? Aren't eggs one of the best sources of protein? And yes, eggs are good, no doubt about it. 1 large egg gives you about 6 grams of protein. It's a great food full of nutrients and easy to digest. But when you compare it gram for gram, lentils actually give you more protein and a lot more health benefits along the way. So let's look at the numbers. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains about 18 grams of protein. That's equivalent to eating 3 large eggs. But here's where it gets exciting. Lentils aren't just protein, they're a complete nutritional package. They contain fiber, which keeps your digestive system moving and your blood sugar stable. They're loaded with iron, which helps carry oxygen to your muscles and brain. They're rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 key minerals that regulate muscle contractions and keep your heart rhythm steady. And they're packed with folate, one of the most important B vitamins for energy production and cell repair. Now here's something I really want you to think about. Most people, as they get older, don't realize that their muscles are starving for amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. They are what your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle tissue after daily wear and tear. And the reason lentils are so amazing is that they contain a group of amino acids known as branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. These are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, and these are the same amino acids bodybuilders rely on to build muscle mass. But here's the beauty of lentils. They deliver these amino acids in a natural, slow-digesting form. That means your body gets a steady release of protein throughout the day, not just a quick spike like you get from animal protein. This steady release helps prevent muscle breakdown and supports long-term repair, which is exactly what your body needs as you age. Another thing I love about lentils is that they're incredibly easy on your digestive system. Many older adults struggle with digesting heavy animal proteins. They feel bloated, sluggish, or uncomfortable after eating meat or eggs. Lentils, on the other hand, are gentle. They're rich in soluble fiber, which not only feeds your good gut bacteria, but also helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. And this is critical because it doesn't matter how much protein you eat if your body can't absorb it. Now let's talk about cholesterol. Animal-based proteins like eggs, red meat, and dairy often come with cholesterol and saturated fat. Over time, that can contribute to plaque buildup in the arteries, leading to high blood pressure, heart disease, and poor circulation. Lentils, on the other hand, are cholesterol-free. They actually help lower cholesterol levels naturally because of their fiber and antioxidant content. So when you're choosing a protein source, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're feeding your heart, your liver, and your entire system. And lentils do all that without adding any burden to your body. Let me share something interesting with you. In many cultures around the world, in India, the Middle East, and parts of the Mediterranean, lentils are a staple food. These populations tend to have lower rates of chronic disease, better longevity, and leaner, stronger bodies even into their 70s and 80s. They've understood for centuries what modern science is only beginning to prove, that plant-based proteins like lentils can be just as powerful or even more powerful than animal-based ones when it comes to maintaining health and strength. Now, if you're someone who's never cooked lentils before, don't worry. They're one of the easiest foods you can prepare. You can boil them, make soups, add them to salads, or even blend them into veggie patties. They don't take long to cook, and they absorb the flavors of whatever you cook them with. A little garlic, onion, and olive oil, and you've got a delicious muscle-building meal right in front of you. What I love most about lentils is how affordable and accessible they are. You don't need expensive supplements, fancy powders, or costly cuts of meat to stay strong and healthy. For just a few cents per serving, you can give your body the protein, minerals, and energy it needs to stay youthful and vibrant. Now, here's something I really want you to remember. When you feed your body well, your body rewards you. Every muscle in your body responds to nourishment. You'll start to notice your strength returning, your energy levels will rise, your skin will look healthier, you'll move easier, you'll feel younger. That's the power of giving your body what it truly needs. So yes, my friends, eggs are great, but lentils are the hidden powerhouse most people overlook. They give you more protein, more fiber, more minerals, and more protection for your heart and muscles. If you start incorporating just 1 or 2 servings of lentils into your diet each week, maybe as a warm soup at night or a salad with your lunch, you'll be amazed at how quickly you start to feel stronger and more alive. Remember, food is medicine. Nature gives us everything we need to heal, to build, and to thrive if we simply choose the right foods, and lentils are one of those gifts. Feed your body with love, feed it with purpose, give it the protein it deserves, and your muscles, your heart, and your mind will thank you for years to come. Let's talk about something that affects every single one of us, no matter how strong we think we are, no matter how active we've been throughout life, and that's age-related muscle loss. Now, this is something that creeps up slowly. You don't wake up one morning suddenly weaker. It happens gradually, almost silently. You bend over and realize it's harder to stand up again. You walk up the stairs and feel those legs burning sooner than they used to. You pick up a bag of groceries and notice your arms trembling. That's not just getting older, that's your muscles telling you they need help. After age 60, our bodies start losing about 3% to 5% of muscle mass every decade, and that's if we're relatively active. If we're not, that loss can be even faster. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest causes of weakness, fatigue, falls, and loss of independence in older adults. But here's the good news. This is not a one-way street. You can stop it. You can reverse it, and you can rebuild your strength naturally with the right nutrition, the right habits, and the right mindset. You see, the key isn't just about eating more protein, it's about how your body uses that protein. When we're younger, our bodies are like well-oiled machines. We eat protein, and our muscles immediately go to work rebuilding, repairing, and growing. But as we age, that efficiency starts to slow down. The body becomes resistant to absorbing amino acids. That's why older adults need a little more protein, and most importantly, the right combination of proteins to trigger muscle synthesis effectively. This is where lentils and other plant-based proteins play a powerful role. When you combine lentils with foods like quinoa, beans, or chia seeds, you create what's called a complete protein. That means your body receives all 9 essential amino acids it needs, the same ones you get from animal protein, but without the cholesterol, inflammation, or digestive stress. Think of your body as a construction site. Your muscles are the buildings, and amino acids are the bricks. If you only have half the bricks, you can't finish the job. But when you combine these natural plant-based foods, you're giving your body every brick it needs to rebuild and strengthen your muscles day after day. Now here's what's truly amazing. When you eat these foods consistently, your body starts to adapt. The muscle cells begin responding better. The protein turnover rate, the speed at which old cells are replaced with new ones improves. You start feeling more energy, more stamina, more stability in your movements. You'll notice your posture improving, your confidence returning. That's the power of giving your body what it needs to heal itself from the inside out. Let's also talk about the anti-inflammatory benefits of these plant proteins. Inflammation is one of the silent destroyers of muscle health. Chronic inflammation eats away at muscle fibers, slows recovery, and makes it harder to build strength. Animal-based proteins, especially processed meats and dairy, often increase inflammation in the body. Lentils and legumes do the opposite. They're rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients that actually reduce inflammation, protect your cells, and promote better recovery. That's why I always say feed your muscles, but protect them too. You can't rebuild muscle in an environment of inflammation. You need calm, balance, and nourishment. And nature gives you all of that through whole living foods. Now, many people think, Dr. Mandell, I'm too old to rebuild muscle. My friends, that's simply not true. Studies have shown that even people in their 80s and 90s can regain muscle mass with proper nutrition and gentle resistance exercise. Your body never loses its ability to rebuild. It just needs the right tools. And it's not just about strength. Maintaining muscle means protecting your bones, your joints, your balance, and your metabolism. Muscle tissue burns calories even when you're at rest. That means more muscle equals better weight control, better blood sugar levels, and better energy throughout the day. And let's not forget your heart, the most important muscle of all. When you eat a protein-rich, anti-inflammatory diet, you're not just protecting your biceps or your legs, you're protecting your heart muscle too. You're improving circulation, oxygen flow, and overall vitality. So how do you start? Simple, small steps, done daily. Add a serving of lentils, beans, or chickpeas to one of your meals every day. Combine them with vegetables, olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon for better absorption of minerals. Make sure you're getting a mix of plant proteins throughout the week: quinoa, chia, pumpkin seeds, and even tofu if you enjoy it. And don't forget the movement part. Your muscles grow when you challenge them. You don't have to lift heavy weights. Even gentle exercises, resistance bands, yoga, brisk walking, squats, or chair exercises stimulate your muscles to grow. The secret is consistency. Feed them and move them every single day. I want you to think of your body as your lifelong partner. It's been with you through every challenge, every joy, every stress. It's carried you this far, and it wants to keep going, but it needs your cooperation, it needs your attention, it needs your nourishment. And when you start giving your body what it's been missing, real living plant-based protein, you'll notice how quickly it responds. Your sleep improves, your mood lifts, your energy stabilizes, you stand taller, you walk faster, you feel younger. That's not just food working, that's your body healing. That's nature doing what it was designed to do. So don't believe the myth that muscle loss is an inevitable part of aging. It's not. You can stop it naturally with awareness, with nutrition, with movement, and with love for your body. You have everything within you to thrive at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. Feed your muscles with strength, feed your mind with knowledge, and feed your spirit with gratitude. You have the power to rebuild what time has taken, and every single meal, every choice you make is an opportunity to get stronger, not weaker. Your body listens to you, so speak to it with kindness, nourish it with purpose, move it with joy. And remember, aging is a gift. Staying strong through it is your choice. You can do this, my friends. Let your food become your medicine, and your strength will return one healthy, powerful meal at a time. I want you to really think about something powerful today, something most people never stop to realize. We often see food as just fuel for the body. We eat because we're hungry, because it's routine, or because it's what's on the plate. But the truth is, what you feed your body determines the quality of your life, your strength, your memory, your mood, even how long and how well you live. And that's what I want to share with you right now, how the right foods, the right kind of protein can fuel not just your muscles, but your mind, your energy, and your longevity. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down, forgetting things, or feeling tired all the time. Aging should mean wisdom, vitality, and power. But that only happens when you nourish your body the way nature intended. Now I want to remind you that protein is not only about building muscle, protein is about rebuilding life. Every enzyme in your body, every hormone, every neurotransmitter in your brain, they're all made from amino acids, the building blocks of protein. So when you're not getting enough quality protein, or when your body can't properly use it, things start breaking down little by little. You feel weaker, your thinking slows down, your immune system becomes less resilient, you start to age faster. That's why I always emphasize, don't just eat protein for your body, eat it for your brain and your longevity. You see, your brain consumes more energy than any other organ in your body. It's constantly firing neurons, processing information, storing memories, regulating hormones. It's the control center of your life. And to do all that, it needs amino acids. Amino acids like tryptophan, tyrosine, and glutamine are essential for producing serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, your feel-good neurotransmitters. These are the chemicals that control your mood, focus, sleep, and emotional stability. When your protein intake is too low, or when you're relying on low-quality sources, your brain chemistry becomes unbalanced. That's when you start feeling foggy, anxious, or depressed. But when you feed your body clean, plant-based protein like lentils, beans, seeds, and whole grains, you give your brain the raw materials it needs to function at its best. Let's talk about lentils again for a moment. They don't just build muscle, they support your mental clarity and emotional balance. Lentils stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing those spikes and crashes that can cause irritability, fatigue, and brain fog. They're rich in iron, which helps carry oxygen to the brain. Without enough oxygen, your brain literally starts to slow down. You forget things, you lose focus, you feel mentally tired. But with iron-rich foods like lentils, you feed your brain exactly what it needs to stay sharp. And that's not all. Lentils are also a great source of folate, one of the most powerful brain protective nutrients we know. Folate helps your body produce new cells and repair damaged DNA. Studies have shown that people with higher folate levels have better memory and lower risk of cognitive decline. So when you eat foods like lentils, you're not just feeding your body, you're protecting your future brain. Let's take it even deeper. When you eat a diet rich in natural, anti-inflammatory plant-based proteins, something incredible happens inside your body. Your inflammation levels drop. And that's huge because chronic inflammation is the root of nearly every major disease associated with aging, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, even Alzheimer's. When your inflammation goes down, your energy goes up. Your joints start to move more freely, your digestion improves, your sleep becomes deeper, you start feeling younger, you start moving like yourself again. And that, my friends, is the real secret to longevity, reducing inflammation through the power of whole living foods. Now, I know many people over 60 who say, Dr. Mandell, I just don't have the same energy anymore. And I always tell them your body's energy doesn't just disappear, it's being blocked. When your cells aren't getting the nutrients they need, the right protein, vitamins, and minerals, your mitochondria, the little powerhouses of your cells, can't produce energy efficiently. But when you start eating foods rich in protein, fiber, antioxidants, and healthy carbohydrates like lentils, quinoa, and leafy greens, your mitochondria wake up, they start producing energy again, you start to feel alive again. This isn't magic, this is cellular nutrition, this is your body healing itself, regenerating from the inside out. And I want to remind you, it's never too late to start. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s completely transform their health just by changing the way they eat. Within weeks, their energy improves, their digestion becomes smoother, their skin looks healthier, their mind becomes clearer, they start sleeping better. That's the power of nutrition, the power that's been inside you all along. Remember, your body is constantly rebuilding itself. Every cell you have right now will be replaced within the next few years. That means you are literally rebuilding yourself with every bite of food you eat. So if you want a stronger,